Going live again in the background. Am I live again? Let me know if you guys can hear me. OBS isn't reporting any dropped frames anymore, so it hopefully will have fixed itself. Right. Let's drive around Silverstone and let's do it as Lewis Hamilton. Seems as that was the most recent race IRL. Dynamic weather? No, we'll just have it on clear. Race distance, let's do 5 laps at Silverstone. Race settings, air driver medium, has it saved my assists? It has, good. Should we qualify as well? No, we'll just race. We'll just race. I will be starting a career at some point tonight. Iconic, yeah. That is the plan.
That means it's time for Formula One. This week finds us in the lush English countryside as the teams make their final preparations before the start of the British Grand Prix here in Silverstone. Let's look at the grid order for today's race while the cars make their final preparations.
McLaren's down in 15th and 16th. I presume we're going to be on the front row. Where are we, first or second? We're starting second. Nico gets pole again for the second race. I don't know what my mechanic is doing in front of me. That's a strange glitch. Hopefully this sort of, like the stuff we had at the end of the last race and this glitch, etc. Hopefully they're just gonna, they'll fix that with a patch. Because look at him, he's just completely spacking out. Well, let's just start the race then, shall we? This will be a better test. This will be a better test of what the difficulty setting is like, because we can actually do some overtaking here. Now, do I go for the inside line? I'm not. I'm going to sit in behind Nico. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to dive up his inside here though. Thank you. I think the difficulty setting might need to go up a bit. We'll find out. Obviously this is still only the first lap and we are in a Mercedes, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. Throw it around Cops. Come down here towards Maggots and Beckett's, move over to the left hand side. He's off the throttle a little bit, he's off a little bit more through here. The right hander onto the hanger straight. Almost had a big kick of oversteer there. Was able to hold it though. Throw it into Stowe. Run a little bit wide, but never mind. I've overshot my braking zone there, but we're alright, we're alright. Alright, through the first turn. Swing it back left again. I think I will step the difficulty up from medium to the next one. I think the next one will probably be about right. I don't know what the next one is after medium. Is it hard? I presume it goes easy, hard, easy, medium, hard, expert, legendary, I think. I mean, can I just... not session options. Settings. Am I on full screen? I am. Everything's on high. I was able to run it on ultra without any screen tear. Well, I can run it on ultra without any screen tear off camera, but when I'm recording I have to drop everything down to, when I'm streaming I have to drop everything down to high, unfortunately. I think I've got ultra in the title of the stream though, so I might have to take that out. Still, the game looks fucking gorgeous regardless, doesn't it? So. You're right, I am in a Mercedes, but I shouldn't be able to open up like a 6-second gap to Nico and a 7, 8, 9 second gap to the rest of the field in the space of 2 laps.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the
Well,
DRS.
I'm not going to be able to use any DRS, am I? Because I'm not going to be within 1 second of someone else.
Than you last lap. Keep pushing.
Cut that nicely. Come back through the right-hander. It's weird, on time trial yesterday, last night, I was streaming with exactly the same settings and it was smooth as fuck. Tonight though, running with AI cars on the track, I'm getting a little bit of frame drop. I don't know whether that's because they've patched it and it's not worked too well, or whether it's because the AI is messing everything up slightly. How was the
Fastest lap of the race so far.
how was that screen tear that you were getting previously? Is it gone now? Since I restarted the stream, has it fixed itself? It says I've not dropped a single frame on OBS now. The game's £35 on Steam, Lokaboo. I'm not sure what it is on console. I presume, considering it only came out yesterday, it's or today, I presume it's still 40 quid brand new on console, or whatever the equivalent would be in your currency if you're not in the UK. Like $60. Well, no, it's not out in America for another 10 days actually, is it? But I presume it'll be $60 in the States when it comes out. You're getting no screen tear, that's good. Right. I always get my exit on that corner on Stover. Yesterday on time trial, like I say, I was getting no frame drop whatsoever on my screen whilst I'm playing. But it doesn't feel anywhere near as smooth with other AI cars on the track. I might have to drop the just drop a couple of the settings. Which won't be an issue. I'll make sure I take Ultra out of the title of the stream though. Like I say, when I'm not recording, it's fine. I can drive on Ultra and it's completely fine, but maybe my PC can't quite cope with it whilst I'm streaming on Twitch. I mean, I've got the stream next to me is running. If I go, stop banging a fucking door. if I drop some of the settings down, then that might help a little bit. I got my line through there completely wrong. But the difficulty setting is definitely too low. I don't even know what the gap to Rosberg is now. Not even on the hanger straight yet. Every time I get like it feels like it's like gripping really nicely going around slow, and then I just run wide every time. It's not affecting a lap time at all. There we go, race win. I don't know what the gap was. Rosberg second, Sebastian third. The gap was 17 seconds to Nico and over 30 basically to the rest of the field. Yep. Difficulty setting is going up. Right, let me just fiddle with the in-game settings to try and stop the screen lag my end, which is so strange. Let me quickly just jump into a time trial. Because it might just be because the AI. If it's not because of the AI, then this won't be anywhere near as smooth as well, and it'll be my PC. But I think it's just because I've got AI on the track, it doesn't like it. If it's smooth as balls now, then I'll be all right. Where am I on the leaderboard for Bahrain? 72nd by then. No, I'm still getting some screen tear, which is really strange, because last night I wasn't. I'm getting screen tear my end. And I just shouldn't be. I would have done nothing different to how it was yesterday. And now I'm getting screen tear, and before I wasn't. I'm on full screen. All the settings are the same. Let me just shut down, like sign out of Skype and things like that. Really odd. Really, really odd. I just wasn't getting it yesterday. That's what's weirding me out. Everything is exactly the same as yesterday, but I'm getting screen tear. There you go. Now I'm not. Now I'm not. It's because maybe I just had too many programs open. We just test it on the track, and then we'll do one more quick race around a track and in a car of your choosing, and then I'll start a championship season, like a proper championship. So leave me some suggestions in the chat for both a track and a driver that you'd like me to drive as in the next quick race. Leave it in the same comment so the chat isn't quite so messy. Give me a track and a driver. Oh, well, that braking zone wrong. In the night tracks, or on the night tracks, the game looks so pretty. Like here at Bahrain and in Singapore as well. Too busy concentrating on talking than I am driving. Here at Bahrain and in Singapore, the game looks phenomenally pretty. I've already raced at Monaco, so I'm not going to race at Monaco again. Oh, shut up. Is this next lap invalid? We'll just end the session. I'm glad that I've gotten rid of the screen tear. Bad. Oh. I just took a swig of water and then tried to speak. And the water's come back up my throat and down the back of my nose. That's an odd sensation. Yeah, no, that's a good shout actually, Ruben. A bad driver on a course that I'm comfortable on. Well, not necessarily a bad driver, but a bad car. I know I'm quick round Russia. So let's drive it in a Toro Rosso, perhaps. We'll drive as Max Verstappen. Let's drive at Max Verstappen, and we'll up it to hard. We'll leave the assists as they are. Good. We'll start the session.
Welcome to the eye-catching Russian Grand Prix circuit of Sochi for today's Formula One race. This Hermann Tilke track will provide drivers with a stunning backdrop of the 2014 Winter Olympic Park. But they'll be more interested in their battles out on track.
Someone's been doing donuts,
Let's take a look at the grid
on the off track.
positions for
We're
today's
starting
race.
12th. Higher? How do you mean high? Oh, what? Higher than hard? Or higher up the grid? What, top 7 finish? It's a good start. Keep an eye around me. It's a very straight run down to the first corner. Do I? Whoa! Alright, Christian. Brake, 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 brake. Get around the first corner unscathed. Got Sauber in my way. Lotus weaving this way and that way. Oh, there's cars everywhere. Driving around the outside of everybody here. Slam the anchors on. I think we may need to go up. We may need to go up one more difficulty level. Although that might have just been a good start. We'll find out, shall we? A nice run on Daniel Ricciardo right now. The rear left tyre was doing that all last night as well on my car, and now you can see it doing it on Danny Ricciardo's. See, it disappears and then reappears again, the rear left tyre. Mine's not doing it, but Danny Ricciardo's is. Pull out this slipstream. I want to be on this side of him. We'll throw it on the inside. There we go, that worked. Oh, I forgot to change it back down to 3 laps. Never mind. We'll do 5 laps of Russia then. But we know that we need to step the difficulty up again. Right on the back of Massa here. Do I risk throwing it in here? I don't think I'm going to. I'll sit behind him through here. Oh, he's really slow off out in that traction zone. DRS, no DRS until lap 3 obviously, so we won't have DRS on Massa down this straight. He is pulling away from me with his Mercedes engine, but not by as much as he perhaps should be. Could throw it up the inside of him. He's left me some racing room. You shouldn't have done that, son, because that will mean that I will just... Oh, he's still there, though. He's fighting back. The AI are very feisty on F1 2015, which is nice. They are a lot more competitive than they have been on previous F1 games, but we'll shut the door on Massa. He's right there, though. I drive just as arrogant as Verstappen. I am a very aggressive driver. I'm aggressive and I'm scrappy. That's my driving style. Massa right on my backside, though. I've got my braking zone and my apex completely wrong there. Massa will have a run on me now, but fortunately it's only a short straight to the next corner, which we can throw it in, and then we can get a good exit here. I don't have, obviously, Mercedes power in this car. I've only got a Renault engine, and Massa is going to fly up. I can't weave in front of him. There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. He just has more power than me, but we will throw it back up the inside of him there. So we're staying in 5th at the minute. And we'll have, almost said we'll have OBS. We'll have DRS on this next lap. If we can stay within 1 second of Valtteri Bottas, that is, which we should be able to do around here. For some reason the CPU is very slow through those apexes. We are 0.266 seconds behind Valtteri Bottas, you can see top left. We do now have DRS, but so does he on the Ferrari in front of him. I'm not going to get the chance to overtake him there. They're very... On this difficulty, they seem to be quite fast on the straights, but they're quite slow around the apex of corners, like this. Oh, Nico's just lost the lead to Lewis Hamilton. We'll throw it up the inside of Valtteri Bottas. A little bit of oversteer there, but we corrected it. We'll chase down the Ferrari. There we go. I thought I got that one wrong as well. It was this one that I mucked up last lap, so I'll try and get it right this time. That's a lot better. Good drive out there as well. See my brakes on the inside of my tyres then getting really hot. Got DRS on Vettel because we're within 1 second of him, but Valtteri Bottas will have DRS on me as well. Now the CPU brakes very early for this corner, and I don't, but I'm not close enough to Vettel, but we are now. If I can make it around his outside, I want to slam into the back or side of him. Bottas is still right on my backside. Oh, they're so slow through these apexes.
Hamilton has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
What did Lewis do? What was Lewis's lap? So I reckon if we can... Whoa! Hello, Mercedes engine. Bloody hell. I wasn't paying attention to my proximity markers there, and Bottas has just stormed all the way around the outside of me. That's the difference between a Mercedes powered engine and a Renault powered engine, right there. But this is the difference between being on the right difficulty setting and not being on the right difficulty setting. You can storm right back up behind them again. Yeah, I'm playing with a controller. You can tell just by how twitchy the wheel is. I'm playing on a controller. If I had a wheel, if I were able to use a wheel, then I'd be a lot smoother. But obviously for physical/medical reasons, I can't use a racing wheel, so we have to make do with a controller. I would like to try and get myself on the podium if I can, but it's catching the Ferrari and getting ahead of the Williams and then catching the Ferrari again. That's the issue at the minute, because this Renault car just isn't fast enough. I'm going for it. It's a real late dive. It's a very Max Verstappen dive up the inside there. We've done it. Keep the foot down. Now, do I throw myself up the inside of Vettel around the last corner? I'll get good traction on him here. I've got a good run on him, but no, that was silly of me. I put too much too much into that move.
That was the fastest lap of the
We've
race.
just put in the fastest lap of the race. Right, we've got DRS on the Ferrari. Can I catch him? The answer is yes! Dive up his inside. We're in a podium position. Don't you dare touch my back wheel. We're in a podium position. So clearly, in a Toro Rosso, difficulty needs to go up. The Mercedes aren't too far down the road either, actually. Throw it around here.
Blurb has just made a pass for the lead.
Oh shit. The Mercedes are at it, aren't they? They keep passing each other. Nico's back in front of Lewis. They're having a right old scrap up front. That's pretty cool though, that they keep overtaking each other. Because on previous games the AI sometimes just, you know, follows each other around in a train and there isn't too much overtaking, but they are quite feisty. I'm not going to have DRS here, and Vettel will. And he's probably going to appear in my mirrors pretty sharpish, which he is, but they brake very early for this turn and I don't. Although I may have overrun it. Come on, I want a podium. I want a podium in a Toro Rosso for the first time since Sebastian himself. 2008 was it? When he won the Italian Grand Prix. Looks like Hamilton's got the lead back again, and Lewis Hamilton is going to win, and we are going to come third. Is that a sign of things to come for the future? Max Verstappen on the podium picking up a trophy. Maybe not in a Toro Rosso, but I have a funny feeling, a sneaky feeling, that we may be seeing a lot of Max Verstappen over the next 10 years.
Mercedes have won today's race, and what a result!
And what a result! Right, we'll up the difficulty again. I do that in these settings? No, I have to do it in the other ones. Never mind. Well, I'm going to quickly go to the toilet, and then we will do a championship season. So, be thinking in the back of your mind which particular driver you think I should do a season with, and what sort of percentage race distance we should go for, and I will take your suggestions when I get back. So BRB. Right. Right. You reckon 50% race distance? So races will be about 45 minutes in length.
Welcome to championship season, where you'll become one of the elite on the grid vying for success. Now it's your turn. Travel the world and take part in the ultimate racing event. This is championship season mode.
Championship season mode. Here we go. %50 seems to be the most popular option for race distance. Driver-wise, we've had a lot of Massas, a few Bottas's, people keen on a Williams perhaps, a couple of Danny Ricciardo's as well actually. You know what, I really like Danny Ricciardo. Maybe we should do it in a Red Bull. We wouldn't be flying through every single race winning stuff. No, nobody's mentioned the Lotus or a Sauber. Been a couple of Will Stevens, but I really don't feel like doing it in a Mana Marussia, to be honest. A few saying the McLaren as Button, but I've really no idea how competitive that would be. Force India would be pretty cool, as Nico Hulkenberg perhaps. So we're not in an overly competitive team, but we would have a Mercedes engine. Yeah, let's go with Nico. We'll set it on Expert Legend. We'll set it on Expert. Long weekend. Just normal weekend is 50% distance. Short qualifying. Can you not like manually change that? Short weekend is 25% race distance. Short qualifying, full qualifying, but then 100% race distance. Let me just check it in advance, see if I can alter this. You can't. We'll turn damage full. Flashbacks on, park firme rules on. But you can't change, that's frustrating. Because I would like to do...
Pre-season testing is over.
No, I didn't advance. I pressed back. Oh my god. Quick to main menu. It would be cool to do start a new championship season. Okay. It would be cool to do like proper full qualifying, but 50% race distance. It's annoying that you can't alter that. Off camera, I definitely do 100% race distance. I always drive 100% race distance. Always have done throughout the years. The game is out on Xbox. James Tillings, yeah. We'll go with normal then. We'll go with normal. Assists will keep as they were previously that I'm used to. Braking assist off, anti-lock braking on, traction control full, corners only, automatic and pit assist on. Yep. 30-minute practice, short qualifying session of 50% race distance. Race settings, expert flashbacks on and vehicle damage on full. Start session.
After an eventful pre-season testing, here we are at the first race weekend of the season. Welcome back to Formula One. The question on everyone's lips is which teams have solved their pre-season issues and which teams already have the performance to start out as early leaders. The teams will be visiting tracks across 5 continents as they battle it out for both the drivers and the constructors' championships. What race on the calendar do you think the teams will have a special eye on this year?
Well, I think the teams will be looking forward to the Mexican Grand Prix, which is being held back at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City. It was last run way back in 1992.
This year sees Honda return to the sport, reforming one of the greatest partnerships in F1 history with McLaren. Do you think they can rekindle the success they had during the 80s and the 90s?
It won't be easy, but yes, I think so. It's been a tough few years for McLaren with the loss of Hamilton, Mercedes withdrawing as a shareholder and major investor in the team, and losing technical director Paddy Lowe. This could mark the start of their return to prominence.
Right, let me just change back to full screen mode so that I can get rid of my screen tear. This is running on everything's on high White Panther 85, and I'm running it on a GTX 980. It will quite comfortably run on Ultra, but I'm just keeping it on high to avoid any technical difficulties whilst streaming / recording. But we are in practice right now. It would be nice to actually do a lap or two in practice. It's so cool that all this is going on in the garage right now. It would be nice to do a lap or two in practice just to get the feel of how the Force India drives. Session info we can have a look at. Forecast is for, well, as you can see, sunshine throughout the session, which is good. The objective is to finish 12th in practice. But no, you can't create your own racer this year. You have to do the championship season as an existing driver. This is pretty cool though. You can have a look at people that are out on track and switch cars. So there's a Sauber out on track, there's a McLaren going out now, Fernando Alonso.
There's only a few cars out on track.
But we'll go out, there's five cars out on track at the minute. We'll drive out rather than doing a sprint mode. This will probably go on YouTube, Kieran, yes. Can't switch camera whilst I'm in the pit lane. There we go, we're away. It's not got the new nose. Obviously, the Force India. Let me switch back to the camera angle I'm used to. There we go. The Force Indias at Silverstone this year brought in a new nose, didn't they? And loads of new aero packages. And the car was definitely a big improvement for that Silverstone race. We'll find out whilst we're driving around how much different this is to driving the Mercedes and the Red Bull that we've driven so far. That was weird. Slammed on the brakes and the car speared to the left. Hopefully that's not going to be a continuing feature. I don't know whether throughout practice and stuff over the course of the year that you are going to have the chance to do upgrades. This car feels nothing like the Mercedes, by the way. It moves around so much more under braking and during through traction zones. It's a lot more lively and it feels nowhere near as planted. And just doesn't turn as well either. There's a definite difference between the two cars, as you would expect, but still. Obviously, the Force Indias are probably, what, the third worst team?
Low chance of rain now. If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
Mana Marussia, then McLaren, and then considering how Force India were at the beginning of the season, we'd probably consider them to be the third worst team on the grid, with Lotus and Toro Rosso just in front of them. But we'll see where we can come in on this practice lap initially. It feels so much different to drive than the stuff I've driven so far in this game, which is cool. It's nice that cars handle differently. Even the Toro Rosso that we just drove around Russia felt a lot more planted than this on the track. See, again, put my brakes on there in that braking zone, the car just wants to go left. Let's see what we can put in. Nico's just gone fastest. Nico Rosberg, that is, not Nico Hulkenberg. I've got a car coming up behind me, but I don't know who it is.
It's always quite difficult for us trackside, and for those back at the factory as well, as it's the first time the car has run since winter testing. The more consistent mileage you can get in these sessions, the happier we'll be.
Wasn't the best of braking zones. Never mind, we'll just try and carry the turn speed through turn 14. 15, I think it's 15, and then 16. And I go full throttle around there. I even can't go full throttle around there. We'll open the DRS up. What is our lap time compared to those at the front? About 2.2 seconds off P5, but not everybody's been out yet, obviously. We'll try one more practice lap, see if we can improve on that particular time. Which hopefully we will be able to, as I get to grips with the car and how it handles.
Don't be afraid to come in and change your setup. That's what practice is for. We want to be quick, but we also want to be comfortable and consistent. Let's find that balance.
That was much better through there. The purple's first sector as well for us, which is good. I can see my info there on the left hand side. If I press the B button. I was too busy distracted trying to get rid of that to really exit that corner properly, but maybe we can get a purple sector 2 as well. We'll find out in a moment. It's not a purple sector 2. But maybe we can still do well through sector 3 and improve on our time. That was quicker than the first lap, around there. Throw it around here as well. I'm so bad at getting the braking zone for that corner correct. And DRS! To the line, to the line, to the line, to the line, to the line. It's definitely going to be much quicker than we were before. 1.3 seconds off the lead now. And they improved as well. What is that in the right hand, like the right hand side? My car is looking red. Why is that? What does that mean? Everything, there's no damage and everything's fine. Why is it red in the bottom right? You guys will have to let me know in the chat. I'm not sure what that means. Oop. Thank you very much for informing me. Whoa, that was loads of oversteer there.
You're nearly out of fuel. Almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps.
Really? It says fuel 6+. Well, we're coming now. If the fuel is running low, then there's a fuel symbol on the right hand side that shows up. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why the little picture of the car went red. You can hear the crowd in the background cheering. Track's very busy at the minute, as you can see, 14 cars out on track. They're just putting the tyres back in blankets to keep them warm, connecting everything up, and we're back. Session info. That's pretty cool. You can see where everybody else is on the track. Look, we're P6 currently. Green up in sector 1, up in sector 3, but my sector 2 on my fastest lap was slower. 129.5 from Hamilton, 130 flat from Vettel, and a point. There's only 1/10, exactly a tenth between Vettel and Raikkonen. We're up in sector 1 on everybody, but down in sector 2. As you can see on the right hand side, look, we're up in sector 1 on everybody, but down in 2 and 3, and then these guys down here, we're up in 1 and 3 and down in 2, and then up in all sectors, apart from Sergio Perez, my teammate. I'm not sure. You can accelerate time on the bottom right hand side. If I accelerate, you can either accelerate twice, or I think that's 6 times. I'll just accelerate through and see what happens on the timing screens. Nothing too much so far. Danny Kvyat just put in a new lap time, moves him up to 12th. Why would Kimi not be on the game, Spicy Lettuce? Of course Kimi Raikkonen's on the game. Our lap time seems to be pretty competitive, to be completely honest, in a Force India. Although, admittedly, it is only practice, and you can't be too sure what fuel loads other people are running. Can we have a look at setup? I don't think I've got anything I need to change. I don't really know what to change, to be completely honest. It's 12% wear. Lifespan is 16 or 20 laps. Apparently, the delta time is flickering like mad, so that doesn't really help. And they reckon the options will last 17 laps, a full set of options, that is. That delta time thing is so strange. There are a couple of glitches like that, aren't there, that we've noticed so far. Well, I'm still very happy with P6. Is this an FF15 mod? Lol. Interestingly, Nico Rosberg is slower than the 2 Ferraris by almost 3/10 behind Vettel. He's put in far more laps than Kimi as well. But again, could be running a different set of tests. Could be running heavy fuel, and the Ferraris could be on low fuel. No surprises that Lewis is out in front, as Valtteri Bottas goes second fastest. P6 in practice then, it is for us.
That's the end of the practice session, and today it was Sebastian Vettel who was able to produce the fastest lap time.
Ah, that's why. Look, Bottas was on option tyres, which is why he was quicker. I may even need to step the difficulty up to Legends, you know. If we've... Well, it depends what happens in qualifying in the race.
Where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. We'll soon learn the true performance of these cars out on track. What can we expect to see in the following session?
Well, I think we're all expecting the Mercedes power unit to be particularly strong this year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them at the front. But I wouldn't discount Red Bull or Ferrari just yet. We know they have the talent and the resources to react to any problem, so although they may be playing catch-up, I would expect them to bring some major upgrades pretty early, maybe before we even get back to Europe.
So quali just lasts, it's just one, I presume then, because it's quote-unquote short qualifying, then it's just this 18-minute session and that's it. Weather is forecast to just be sunny all throughout, which is good. You want to see the assists I'm running? I'll show you, bro. Session options, assists. Got braking assist off, anti-lock brakes on, traction control is full, corners only on the dynamic racing line with a 2D racing line, automatic gearbox and pit assist is on. They are the assists that I am running. Screen driver display, we'll leave everything on. Do we go out now or do we wait? We'll go out and put a banker lap in. What tyres are we on? If it's only short qualifying, then it's not really going to matter too much. We've got 3 sets of primes we can use, so we might as well go out and put a lap time in with a set of options. See what we can do. The blankets over the wheels keep them hot, Ben Bell. They have a set temperature range in which they work at their best. And if they're too cold, you just get no grip whatsoever. I think actually, as we were on our way out of the pits there, the little car on the right hand side was green. Does that mean that when it went red was because it was the team calling me into the pits? That might have something to do with it. Whoop. Close. These options highs feel a lot grippier than... What's their temperature? They feel a lot grippier than the primes did. Brakes are still pretty cold, although they are warming up under braking, as you can see there. He's put braking zone in that corner again. It's a very busy track right now. I've got Sebastian Vettel right behind me. Here we go then. Oh, I've got Vettel right on my backside. I'm going to let him go. I won't be able to catch him, but I might just have to abandon. I'm going to abandon the lap and find myself some racing room. Let Nazar go through. Who's that? Jensen Button. See, just behind these 2 cars here. Oh, just behind the 2 cars behind me, or behind me now, there's a bit of a gap. And let them go. Who's it? It's Alonso. Alonso and Carlos Sainz. I'll let them go, then we can just use this gap here and go for a lap next time round. I don't know who it is behind me, so I might speed up just a little bit to make sure that they don't catch me up in case it's like a Mercedes or something, and that could ruin my lap. Oh, that was wide. Thanks. Daniel Ricciardo. Oh no, never mind. Daniel Ricciardo set a lap time and then Kimi beat it immediately. Then Vettel's gone and beaten that. A lot faster than they were in practice. I bet that is a bloody Mercedes behind me, isn't it? They're just going to murder me down the straight and catch me up immediately, never mind. Here we go, DRS again down this little straight. Perez goes P7. Whoa, Big pull to the right there. And it is a Mercedes behind me, typical. Well, we'll keep our foot down. I'm going to let the fact that I've got Hamilton behind me put me off. I am on a flying lap, so he can just wait behind me. Unfortunately for him, he's already P1, so bollocks to him. He's trying to overtake me. I'm not going to let him past. Let's see where this lap time is going to put us, shall we? Final 2 or 3 corners. Wasn't the best of lines through there, but this is a good line through here. Nail it for the line, nail it for the line, nail it for the line. We go... Bush! P9. P9's alright, isn't it? We'll take P9. Maybe try and use a bit of slipstream on Lewis Hamilton, go a little bit quicker. I don't know how much fuel we've got left, I haven't checked. It seems to be fine, we're 0.2 of a second slower, so this may be our fastest lap for the time being. Might come in at the end of this one, depending on what our sector 2 time is. Whoop. Still got 6+ laps of fuel. .1 down on our fastest lap so far, so I think I might just pull out of this lap to save the tyres.
Now on fuel, you'll need to return to the pits within the next couple of laps.
There we go. We've got Sergio Perez right there in P10 behind us as well, our teammate. I'm not sure whether we'll need to go out again. I mean, they want us to come P12 as a target. Car up on the jacks. Blankets on. Track's very busy right now, 16 people out there. If you're getting frame rate drops, try and lower the quality that you're viewing in, Paul White. I've had no drop frames on OBS. Right, let's have a look at the session info.
We're much higher up the field than we expected to be.
Thank you very much, thank you very much. It's going to get overcast in 10 minutes time apparently. That will mean that the track will get a little bit colder, so let's accelerate slightly. Already P9 and 10, Lewis on provisional pole. Oh, Kvyat goes 10th, drops our teammate down to 11th. And we are 3 seconds off, but almost exactly that. 3.001 seconds off Lewis Hamilton. But it looks like we're going to finish P9. We're going to qualify P9. Oh, we've dropped to 10. Maldonado's just jumped in front of us by 34 hundredths of a second. Is there a reason why my screen is black?
It's been a mighty qualifying performance from Mercedes today, with both cars on the front row for the race tomorrow.
They've really worked hard this weekend, and it seems they've been able to set up the cars perfectly today. Whether this will translate into race pace tomorrow, well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, we're going to start 10th then, with our teammate just 2 places behind us in 12th. Pastor Maldonado picked us at the last moment to go in to 9th position, but obviously points down to 10th, so we're starting in the points.
5 o'clock here, local time, and welcome to race day here in Melbourne, Australia. The cars are on the grid, and they should be setting off shortly for the formation lap. It's a great position for Lewis Hamilton to start the season from, and one that he'll be hoping he can capitalise on and turn into a race win today.
Well, we all know that Lewis has raw speed, and if you give him a fast car, he'll win races. So if he can stay out front by the end of the first few corners, I'm sure he's going to be very difficult to beat.
Felipe Massa looks to have the edge over Valtteri Bottas this weekend. He'll be hoping to cement that by finishing ahead of his teammate in today's race.
Felipe has been looking quick this weekend, and if he can carry that into today's race, he could be on for a good result. As for Valtteri, he wasn't looking comfortable with his setup yesterday, and we'll hope it works better for him over the long stints today.
Right, we're on the grid then for our first Grand Prix. Let's have a look at the race strategy. I want to do a 3-stop. I'm not sure about a 3-stop, really. Yeah, we could do a 2-stop. Estimated race time for, if we start on primes, estimated race time is 44:16, and estimated race time doing a 3-stop is 44:03. Question is, what do we go for? I mean, there's no reason why we can't go prime option because we've got enough tyres. We could start on the prime, yeah, rather than ending on the prime where we'd be slower. Would we not want to perhaps end on the options? Start prime and then go option rather than start option then 1, 2, option prime. According to simulations, there's only one viable options. No significant advantages should be gained from varying the strategy. Well, I will take what you're saying on board then. We will start with that. Let me just time that dickhead out. There we go. Apologies. I'll switch back to the game. Sorry, I was just timing someone out that was being a knob in the chat. Right, let's start the race then.
See if you can achieve 7th.
I just need to switch back to full screen. There we go. There we go. Continue. Here we go, then start the race. Not the best of starts, but we've still managed to hold on to 10th. Everybody in front of us, we're breaking now. We gain a position. Caught someone's back wing. Oh, I've been touched. Off we go. We have to be careful rejoining the track. Warning for a collision with Maldonado.
Lucky not to have been penalised.
He hit me.
The track is clear. Green flag.
I've got dirty tyres now thanks to that off. We are still in 10th. So we have managed to maintain position, but Maldonado just drove into the back of me there, dickhead. Rather Maldonado-esque, it has to be said. Let's see what we can do though. Obviously we're on options to start with, so we should be a little bit quicker.
We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
Thank you very much. Very kind of you, Mr. Race Engineer. Oh, I've got that completely wrong. Christian Eriksen right behind me. I need to catch up to my teammate really, because we need to be within a second of him to be able to get DRS on the next lap. Or lap after next, sorry. No, yeah, next lap now that we're on lap 2. I'm going to try my best to try and close the gap to Checo in front of me. And open up a bit of a gap if I can, that round wide, to Ericsson behind me. We're coming in on lap 7 or 8, aren't we, for this first stop, and that'll be for another set of options. We are pulling away from Christian Eriksen. I keep calling him Christian Eriksen, it's Marcus Eriksen. Why do I keep calling him bloody Christian for? Because of the Tottenham career mode. We get to within 1 second of Checo, we will have DRS next lap.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Means
5 tenths slower than you per lap.
Good.
5 tenths.
We're not in DRS range just yet, because this is a DRS zone here.
Okay, the boots aren't looking too worn at this point. We should have plenty of life left in them. Let's make sure we keep managing them properly.
Thank you, Mr. Race Engineer. Catching up Checo quite nicely actually now. But all the gap is ahead of him to the car in front. They appear to be pulling away slightly, but we have definitely opened up a gap now to Marcus Ericsson behind us. But obviously, rule number 1 of racing is don't crash into your teammate. But we have got a run on him now. The question is, do I risk it? I'm going to dive up the inside of my teammate into turn 13. And we've got him. But the only thing is, he's now going to get DRS on us down the main straight. Who's that in front of me? That's Toro Rosso, isn't it? Yeah, it's Carlos Sainz. And there's a Sauber in front of him. Now, Perez is going to have DRS on me here.
Hamilton's just made a move for first.
Lewis has just taken the lead. But Perez, even with DRS, didn't go for a move on me, which is good.
There's
So
40
he's got,
kilograms of fuel left in the tank. 40 kilos of fuel.
he's got DRS on me again down here, but I slowed down too much for that. I went to go defensive on the inside, and I just lost too much speed. Going well so far though. Oh, I got that wrong. I got that really, really wrong. Dirty tyres now. I'm going to have to go defensive into this switchback. Just to try and keep him behind me. Carlos Sainz is pulling away. Stop looking at the chat, Ches. It's going to be my downfall, I think. Trying to keep my eyes on what's going on in the chat. I need to just do it at certain parts of the track. Although the bonus is, I will now have DRS on my teammate rather than the other way around. DRS stands for drag reduction system.
For the next round of stops, we're going to fit the option tyre.
Holy shit! He broke so early there, it completely threw me off. I'm going to have to be careful where I rejoin the track now. What are you doing? What did he just do to me? He's just driven straight into the back of me. Where's the instant replay? That's race director. How do I view the instant replay? He has just annihilated me from behind. Oh, it's at the top. Dickhead Ches. Got that wrong. But then, is it in the McLaren? It is. I've come back on the track. And he's just driven straight into the back of me. And then we go for a cheeky little... That is ridiculous. What has he even done to me? How many spins did we do there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 spins. If I flash back to here, then I could try a little bit better to. I'm going to stay off the race. Whoa! Grosjean's crashed behind us. Or at least it was someone else that crashed that time, and not me. That's handy. I love the flash. Love a cheeky flashback system. That was ridiculous. From whether it was. That was ridiculous from the McLaren. I can't believe that he did that. I really can't believe that he did that.
Rosberg's in first place.
Rosberg's got the lead back again. I am starting to get tyre wear now that you can see that my tyres have gone yellow. So we are having loss of grip, but we're going to lap 7 or 8 on these tyres, so they are definitely losing a lot of grip. So we've got 2 more laps on these tyres, and then we'll pit for another set. I've not got DRS, and Bottas has. I've gone defensive, but there is going to be nothing I can do to stop him doing that. He's got the much faster car in the Williams, and I'm getting a lot of vibration now through my tyres as they're starting to get quite warm. And we want to do another lap after this one as well. Got the Red Bull behind me, but how long? That's the question. We've got Mercedes power though, so we should be faster in a straight line, even with worn tyres. Just think about having to go up my inside. I'll shut the door on him. Just got no grip through that switchback now whatsoever. Bottas has taken Ericsson as well. He's really working his way through the field. Should be within 1 second now of Marcus Ericsson, which will mean we should get DRS through here, which is good, because I'm going to need it to fight against Kvyat. He's got a slower car, but even with DRS, he might be able to catch me. Right, we know we want to pit this lap, don't we? We're going to have to. Park it on the apex so he can't get past me. Chasing the Sauber now.
Ericsson's next.
I'm pitting this lap, buddy. Whoa. Definitely pitting this lap. You can see what state the tyres are in. Oh, just so much oversteer now with lack of rear grip. Yeah, I am boxing, buddy. Don't you worry.
Okay, at this rate we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run a faster engine mode for a bit.
Get off my backside, bro. Definitely boxing this lap. I need me some new boots. Marcus Ericsson is pitting as well. Right, we need a quick stop. We need a very quick stop. Oh boys, sub 3 seconds, 2.4 is a good stop. And we're going to get out in front of the... We've jumped the Sauber in the pits, that's fantastic. We are now ahead of Marcus Ericsson from the pit lane.
Right, we have 2 stops left in this strategy. We have 2 stops planned.
Now we've got track positions. We've jumped one car in the pits. We've got a fresh set of boots on. Not sure when the next stop is. I presume it will be like lap 14-ish. We're going 7-7.
Good operating temperature.
We pit lap 13 for another set of options, and then go to lap 20 with another 7-lap stint on those options. We can then put the primes on for the final 9 laps. Makes sense to me, at least. Especially if I can look after these tyres better than I did the last set.
The car ahead is going to fit the options. Car ahead now has the option tyres fitted to the car.
Really? Because the car ahead isn't in the pits yet. I need to learn to brake a little bit earlier at that corner. Are we going to gain any places here with people in the pits? It doesn't look like it. Nobody's in the pits right now. It's like, whoa, our teammate has come out of the pits ahead of us again. So there's Checo. He will have just pitted. He'll have just come out of the pits. He'll have slightly colder tyres than me right now, so he might be able to put up a fight to get past him. But would have to do it within the next lap and a half. I might be able to dive up the inside of him here, but I'm not going to. I don't feel comfortable enough not into that corner.
Okay, not seeing any issues with tyre wear right now. You should have good grip from what we had.
Try and get past Checo into this corner now. This next one, pull out, and when he brakes, go a little bit deeper. There we go. We've taken Checo again.
13.
We're going to need people to start pitting in front of us now, please, so we can get back up towards the points again. There are people in the pits.
75% of our starting load. 75% fuel remaining.
When I switch to the next set of tyres, we are now up into 11th.
About to pit. Pit crew are getting ready.
Checo obviously had DRS on me down that straight.
Out in front.
Once we pit for the next set of tyres, I'm going to switch to a rich fuel setting and try and see if we can make any headway up into the points if possible. Obviously, again, top 10 score points, and we are currently 11th.
You're much faster than the car ahead through sector 1. Faster
try and pull away from Perez as well if I can. Just to make sure he's out of DRS range by the time we get to the pit straight. Bottas is so quick though, that Williams is very, very slippery in a straight line.
Vettel has just posted the fastest lap of the race so far.
No, he hasn't. Lewis Hamilton just took it off him immediately. So they've obviously just put new boots on. Oh god, I got that wrong. Perez is definitely going to have... Well, I'm not sure. He might not have DRS on me. We'll see what the gap is when we cross the line. Kvyat's gone into the pits. We are now into the points. And he does have DRS because he's 0.9 seconds behind me. But we're now up into the points thanks to Daniel Kvyat going into the pits. Slam the old brakes on. Turn 3, turn 4. We are slowly losing our teammate behind us, which is good, but we are also slowly losing Valtteri Bottas in front of us as well. But he is in a Williams after all. I have to drive out my skin for the rest of this stint just to try and keep up with him, I think. Tyres are starting to go again. Obviously, because we're on a 50% race, tyre wear will be accelerated. Bit of puff of smoke there, not really too sure whether that's how he locked up through that corner. This is the kind of the middle stint of the race where it gets a little bit...
There's 30 kilos left. We have 30 kilos of fuel remaining.
Okay, thank you. It's the part of the race where you're just kind of feeling out where you want to be strategy-wise. We've overtaken someone in the pits, but that wasn't for position, so it might have been a man, either we were lapping someone, or we'll have to be lapping someone. So it's presumably a manner, because we are still 10th, despite passing someone that was in the pits. I think we've got 2 laps left on this set of tyres now. They are starting to lose their grip, you can see on the right hand side. They've gone yellow again. .8 seconds now the gap to Valtteri Bottas in front of us. 2.7 the gap to the car behind.
Coming off the sim data, we expect you're going to start feeling the effect of tyre wear around about now. Let us know if it gets too bad.
Oh, I will do, don't you worry.
You're 5 seconds adrift of Bottas.
Yep, that's because he's in a Williams, but he's caught the cars in front of him. So Bottas might be going up a couple of places sooner rather than later. But because of our tyre wear, our teammate is going to start catching us. So I'm not very good at managing my tyres. It's one of the things that I do really suck at on this game, is managing my tyres. The gap was about 2.6 seconds to Checo, wasn't it? Or 2.7, we'll see what it is now.
The window opens in 2 laps time. 2 laps.
It's 2.3, so he is gaining on me.
Over Perez by about 3/10 a lap.
Oh, okay. Just told me I was increasing it, but feels like it's dropped by 0.4.
Rosberg's the race leader.
I'm going to do 2 more laps today. I'd rather come in on lap 14, to be honest. Can I request to stop? I presume I can request to stop. I'll do it when we're on the pit straight next. Tyres.
Confirmed, we'll fit the option tyre on your next stop.
Can't request to stop, unfortunately, so I don't want to just go into the pits and risk there not being a team there to receive me.
Conditions to remain dry for a while. We will update you if the outlook changes.
Hopefully it doesn't, because I've never driven in the wet on this game and I don't plan to start in Australia. Though we may find some wet oh, there's a snap of oversteer. We may find some wet conditions.
Into first place.
Oh, Sebastian Vettel's taking the lead. Hello. Ferrari jumps in front of the two Mercedes. Perez is really closing on me now. My tyres are really starting to become a handful. Really going a lot slower. If I can pit this lap, I will. 1.7 seconds now.
We have around 60% of our starting fuel remaining at this stage.
Please tell me I can box this lap.
You need to pit in this lap.
Thank you. I would very much like some new tyres, please. Sainz has just been overtaken by Valtteri Bottas. You can just see in the top left, Sainz is now in 9th. Bottas would have taken him into that traction zone there, or that braking zone there. We're going to get a new set of boots, because I need some new tyres and some more grip, please, if you don't mind. Oh, I figured out what the like little green and red cars are. That means it's the pit assist. Oh. There's Nico Rosberg in front of us. He's pitting and gone down to like 10th, but that's another good stop. 2.6 seconds. Where are we going to come out? 13th by the looks of things, although there is someone coming down the pit lane to overtake us again. It's Alonso. Just one pit stop left then, which will be about lap 21, and then we can go 8 laps on primes with rich fuel mix till the end.
The Lotus drivers is about to pit. The crew are prepping for a stop.
Good. That'll be another position for us to make up again. It would be nice to score points in our first race in the Force India. I think legendary AI would be too much for me. This seems about perfect for the car that we're in, considering we've effectively just been running just in front or just behind our teammate for the majority of the race.
We're now running at 25 kilos of fuel. That's 25 remaining.
Thank you very much. That's effectively 50%. I think we had 50 kilos in to start with. So when I do switch to a rich fuel mix, it's not going to be too fast. I have such an itch on my nose. Bear with me. If I press LB, I can talk to my engineer, can I? Oh, you're right, I can. Thank you very much for that, bro. That would be pretty cool. Right, we're closing up on Alonso here, something chronic, so if I can get to within 1 second of him, I might think about making a move into the first corner. So it looks like he's on primes. Is he on the medium compound? No, we're not close enough, I don't think.
P13, you are currently in P13.
That's for a full race update.
Less than a second separate you. We're 5 seconds slower. We need to do something here. Sergio behind. Pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps.
Take Alonso down the inside into turn 3. He's getting feisty though, he's won it back again. GG Fernando, that was well done. You're slow around there though. He's going to get defensive, I presume. He has done. Can't take him through there. Still got Checo behind me, but we are much further in front of him now. Come on, Fernando. Let me pass. Oh, we're so much faster down this straight. Oh, I'm going to go for it. Force him wide. Ah, nicely done, Ches. There we go. We're up into 12th. Carlos Sainz right in front of us. Someone else to go and chase. Just this Mercedes engine is just too quick for the Honda in a straight line. Not got DRS on Carlos Sainz yet though, we're going to have to try and close him down. Still I think a couple of places to make up from pit stops, hopefully, between now and the end of the race. So I really would like to score some points if I can. Come on Carlos, come back here. There's a big cluster of 3 or 4 cars just in front of Carlos Sainz. Carlos, come here. We are pulling away from the McLaren behind us, which is good. 17 of 29 laps complete so far.
The car ahead is slower in sector 2 and try for the overtake through sector 2.
There's not really too many places I can overtake through sector 2. I want DRS when we get to the straight again. We should have it, but whether I'm close enough or not to make for it to make a difference, I'm not sure. We've got DRS. Trying to nail Carlos Sainz, but I cannot catch him right now. Good. Come on Carlos, I'm coming for you. We really are making ground on him now. I am not going to be able to take him in this braking zone there. Okay, 50% fuel left and we are like 65% of the way through the race. So I'm going to take him now. Sector 1, you just told me sector 2. There we go, we're up to 11th. We've got Daniel Kvyat right in front of me. He must have gone on to the primes because we overtook him in the pit stop, didn't we? Sebastian Vettel was first still.
The car behind is on standard revs. The car behind is running standard revs.
Hey, I got white there, that's fine. When we get to lap 20, effectively, when we put the primes on, when we pit for primes, I'm going to switch to rich revs and then just nail it for the rest of the race. Is he going to have DRS on me? I'm not sure. Buttons in the pits, that's us back up into the points again. We're in 10th. We are on for 1 World Championship point. With 10 laps remaining. Come here, Danny. Yeah, closing up on Danny Kvyat quite nicely actually. You can see visually that the tyres are quite worn now. Got another itch on my nose, apologies. Hiya. What did I just do? I thought I went into the... Oh shit. I was expecting it to go from instant replay straight back to the menu, not immediately back into the gameplay. Well, that lost me a couple of tenths. had like over 250 people in the stream though for the majority of it, which is fantastic. Thank you all for coming along. Danny Kvyat's pitting as well, so we are going to take the place. If you are new to the channel, then obviously feel free to hit that follow button to make sure you don't miss out on any further streams. I do stream every single day, a variety of games though, not always Formula 1. I'm obviously more known for being a FIFA YouTuber, but I stream Football Manager during the weeks. And in the next upcoming weeks and over the summer, I am going to be streaming more and a wider variety of games as well. So there will definitely be a lot more F1 2015 to come.
Okay, here's the fuel situation at the moment. We have 20 kilos remaining. That's 20 kilos.
20 kilos left and 10 laps left. Tyres are really starting to go on me now though. Going to need to pit for those primes in the next lap or so. Got the Sauber of Felipe Nasr in front of us though. We were okay to get past Marcus Ericsson in his Sauber, but Nasr is definitely quicker. We're going to have to pit next lap. 4 primes. Oh yeah, definitely going to have to pit for new tyres soon. I'm losing all my grip. Is that the Sauber going in the pits as well? It is. Felipe Nasr, if we can put in a good lap now.
Just taking the lead. Okay, primes
We're up
fixed.
to 8th, we're up to 8th. But we have to make sure it's a good in lap, otherwise Nasr will be able to come out in front of us again. Nico Rosberg is the next car down the road, down in 7th. So there must be some cars in front of him that need to pit again. Because there's no way that Mercedes will be in 7th.
Sauber's pit crew are out to the garage and ready to receive one of their drivers.
Tyres are really gone now though. We are going to pit this lap. And we are going to need to pit this lap too. Science is really starting to close on me.
Fuel update for you. There's 40% of our initial load remaining.
Good.
40%.
Because when I put these prime tyres on... Hey,
Remember to pit this lap.
I like the fact that there's a lot of radio talk. Just makes you feel more involved as a driver, rather than just feeling like you're just left out there to drive on your own. Just go around with no involvement from anyone else. Oh, give me these prime tyres, please.
To the pits within the next few laps. Rosberg to pit soon.
Give me these tyres, thank you. Come on boys, quick stop please, quick stop. Science is coming behind us as well. What's he going on to? Is he on primes or softs? I can't tell.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
I know. There's Nasr. We haven't been able to jump him, but we are perhaps a little bit closer to him.
Dropped into P10.
Switch to rich revs for the rest of the race, and we should be able to finish. We should be able to finish the race on rich revs. But we've got, oh my god, Danny Kvyat is right up my back bottom. He's on medium compound tyres as well though. I really want to catch this Sauber, so if we are going to lose a place, I want to stay in the points.
Tyre temperatures are good.
Have a word, mate. Seen others cut that far more.
Hamilton's in
is back up to first. Vettel loses the lead. Whether it's an on-track pass or a pit lane pass, we're not sure. Kvyat's more than a second behind me as well, which helps. There's a 1:37.8 lap time. Obviously these tyres are going to be slower than the options. That's why I switched up to rich revs for this particular stint. Come here, Felipe. I want to catch you, bro.
Looks like we've just hit the 15 kilo mark in terms of fuel. 15 kilos of fuel remaining.
Try and catch NASA with the rich revs and then maybe drop it back down to standard just to make sure.
NASA's just ahead. Push for the position.
I'm pushing. See the little red light on the back of his car every now and again. Obviously it's not a brake light, there aren't any brake lights in Formula 1, but it's his electronic system, KERS system, charging his batteries. We do have DRS and he is charging. Oh, they stopped.
You're catching NASA by around a second each lap. You're increasing your lead over Kvyat by a second a lap.
Good. I want to catch NASA. I want to catch NASA. Yeah, Felipe. My eyes aren't even looking at the track anymore, they're just glued to the back of his car. We might be able to get him up here into turn 9. No, he's too far ahead of me. The Ferrari engine is faster than the Renault's, although we got closed up a load in that braking zone. I'm going to go for him into the same corner that we got Sergio Perez in earlier on.
Okay, looks like the engine is running a bit hot. Like the revs and wheel spin. Let's bring that temperature down.
Switch back to standard. Last thing we need at this stage of a race is an engine failure.
We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass him.
What I'm trying to do, buddy. That's what I'm trying to do. He's just fast enough at the minute, NASA. We've caught him well, but as Murray Walker used to say, is that some debris there on the edge of the track?
There's about 25% of fuel remaining in the car from our initial fuel load. That's 25% remaining.
Oh, do I do it? Do I do it? I'm going for it. All contact. Threw myself down the inside. I just had to make a move like that.
You've taken
What's
P9.
Button running in 8th for? That's unrealistic. McLaren would never be in 8th place. Not a track like this.
Hamilton's out in front.
Lewis still leading. Well, the question is, can we catch that McLaren? 4.7 seconds behind him. We'll see what we can do between now and the end of the race. People in the pits, but I don't think they're. I think they're back markers again. They are. Oh no, we've gone ahead of Nico Rosberg. What on earth is going on with Nico's race? We're up to 8th. That debris must be Nico's then, surely. There's no way that the Mercedes would be running outside the points without some sort of problem. Marshals have cleared it now. Really don't think we're going to catch Button before the end of the race. We can try our hardest, but there's 3.5 seconds and there are 4 laps to go. We might stand a chance of getting 7th, but my tyres are starting to go now.
Information for you on the fuel. Our level is now at 10 kilograms. That's 10 kilograms of fuel remaining.
3.4 to Button. He's quick through sector 2, or I'm slow through sector 2, one or the other. Too much speed through there. What is it now? What's the gap? 3 seconds. I don't know whether we'll catch him in time. I could do with him making a mistake, that would help. I don't know whether we're going to catch him in time. Jensen. What's the gap going to be when we go through the sector 1? Time being... Bottas? What? Bottas? Someone's just retired. It's Button.
There's a gap of 3 seconds between.
He's just retired. He's literally just retired in front of us. We're up to 7th. Wow. Well, now it's a case of holding on to 7th ahead of Felipe Nasr then. I was hoping we were going to get some last lap action there, but unfortunately for Jensen Button, he's had to retire 2 laps from the end of the race. I'm not sure what with. Not said anything on the radio. We are 39 seconds behind Valtteri Bottas. We are not going to be climbing any further than 7th, but 7th is a very respectable finish if we can hold on to it ahead of Felipe Nasr. We do have the leaders coming up behind us as well. If you see on the mini-map, down the bottom left, one car has just turned slightly blue, which means he's getting blue flag.
Bottas is drawing out a small lead on you. He's a full second faster per lap.
It's because he's in the Williams and I'm in a Force India. 2 laps to go then, until we finish our first ever race of the Formula 1 World Championship. If you're watching this on YouTube, then obviously feel free to leave the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the ChesnoidPlays channel if you haven't already. If you're watching this on Twitch, then thank you very much for being with me. And obviously feel free to follow the channel if you don't already. I'm not sure how many of you are in here right now because I'm going through a corner sequence. I'll have a glance in a minute. We've got 363 people in right now, which is fantastic. We've gone up by about 100 in the last few laps. Not sure whether someone else has stopped streaming or whether there's just been an influx of people, but welcome to the Chesnoid Gaming Twitch channel. Feel free to follow if you don't already. For more F1 and FIFA and Football Manager and Call of Duty and GTA. I'm going to be streaming loads of different stuff over the summer. But I am going to be streaming a lot of Formula 1 because I love the sport. And I love the games as well. My tyres are starting to go here though. They're really starting to go with 1 lap left. Why is Roberto Mera going into the pits with a lap to go? And tell me he's going to retire with 1 lap to go. That was a 1:31.666. It was close to our fastest lap actually. That was a very good lap from us. Gap of 4.1 seconds back down to Felipe Nasr behind us. So long as we can keep it together on this lap, we will be holding on to 7th place for our first race here in Australia. Lewis Hamilton has won already, so we aren't going to get lapped at least. We have 2 minutes to finish the race. It's not going to take us 2 minutes to do a lap at Australia, so we'll be okay. We will finish the race. Congratulations, Lewis, winning the opening Grand Prix of the season. Realistic enough, because he did just that IRL, although not realistic enough for Nico Rosberg to be falling so far behind us. I've got an itch on my nose again, I apologise. Here we go. We've got a comfortable gap to Felipe Nasr. Just need to keep it together. 3.9 seconds. He is closing because my tyres are pretty warm now. But with only 3 corners to go, looks like we're going to be getting some points for Force India in the first race of the season. Around the second to last corner, around the last corner, and then we'll nail it for the line. I'll keep my foot floored to the ground, and it's going to be 7th place for Nico Hulkenberg at Australia in our first race in the F1 World Championship. We will definitely take some points. Thank you very much indeed. I think it's 5 points, is it, for 7th? I'm not sure. Crowd cheering for Nico Hulkenberg. And there comes that glitch again. That's nice, thanks for that.
First race here in Melbourne, and it's Lewis Hamilton who's got the upper hand, and 25 points to his name.
Well, Lewis is always someone the other drivers respect. He's one of the best drivers on the grid, and if he has a competitive car, he'll always be near the front, and he's proven that yet again today.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
See you again next time, my man. 6 points we get for finishing in 7th. 1 DNF, only the 1 DNF, which was Jenson Button. Where did Nico Rosberg finish then? Nico finished in 10th, dropping from pole to 10th. He must have had some damage or some car trouble. Everybody up to and including our teammate in 12th was lapped. Alonso and Maldonado both had a 5-second time penalty at the end of the race, not really too sure what for. And it doesn't show you what Jenson's DNF was for either, but never mind. That is us with 6 points in the Constructors' Championship as well. Delighted with that. And that is going to bring tonight's stream to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Obviously feel free to, like I say, if you're watching on YouTube, drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, follow the Twitch channel if you haven't already, and the next time we stream Formula 1, we will take on the Malaysian Grand Prix. But that is going to bring us to a close for tonight. Really appreciate all the support tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Very, very good of you. Hope you've enjoyed as well, obviously. New game that I love. And I will see you tomorrow night for some FIFA 15. I'm actually going to start about 15-20 minutes early tomorrow night, so be here for 8:30. Be here for 8:30, not 8:45. Nightbot was in the stream, but unfortunately it must have timed out or something. So all links to my Twitter and YouTube and Instagram, etc., will be underneath the stream if you're watching on PC, or to the right of the stream if you swipe right with the if you're watching on mobile or tablet. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.